Welcome students. In today's lecture, we are going to see how to evaluate Fourier series in an interval 0, 2 pi. This is the definition of Fourier series of a function with period 2 pi in the interval 0, 2 pi. It is given by f of x equal to a naught by 2 plus summation n equal to 1 to infinity a n cos nx plus summation n equal to 1 to infinity b n sin nx. If you observe this, actually it's a combination of the trigonometric series, cosines and sines, where the constants a naught, a n, b n are called Fourier constants or coefficients. Similarly, they are also called Euler constants and Euler's coefficients. Now let us see the formula how to calculate these constants a naught, a n and b n. It is given by the Euler's formulae. So this is the formula for a naught, 1 by pi, 0 to 2 pi, the function f of x dx. We need to integrate. And it's a formula for a n, 1 by pi, 0 to 2 pi, f of x cos nx dx. And this is the formula for bn, 1 by pi, 0 to 2 pi, f of x sin nx dx. So throughout this lecture, we are going to evaluate Fourier series for a given function using these formulae. Now, before moving on to the problems, let us just have a glimpse on the basic formulae needed to solve the problems. The first one is the standard one, integral x power n dx is x power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. The second one, integration of exponential function e pi ax, which is e pi ax by a. The third is for the trigonometric, we'll have integral cos nx dx is sin nx by n. Next, integral sin nx dx, which is minus cos nx divided by n. Please, here only students, you should remember, when we integrate cos, we get plus sine. When we integrate sine, we get minus cos. Now, the next is a formula e power ax cos bx dx. When we integrate, we get this. And e power ax sin bx dx, when we integrate, we get this. We'll be using all these in the problems coming. And the last one is very important, which is Bernoulli's rule of integration. You might be knowing it already. When we need to integrate product of two terms, u into v, remember that u and v will be functions of x. Then this is the formula. Rather than remembering the formula like this, we shall have like this, like when we have to integrate product of two terms, just memorize like this, like you keep the first term as such, into integrate the second, minus, now differentiate the first term into integrate the second term. Next is plus, now differentiate the first term and integrate the second. Next minus, again it will continue like this and so on. But remember, whenever you do differentiation or integration, you should do the first and the second term, you should take from the previous step, right? Next, we have a glimpse of the values of sin x and cos x for certain important numbers. Now let us start the problems of finding Fourier series. The first one, determine the Fourier series for a function f of x equal to x squared of period 2 pi in the given interval 0, 2 pi. So first let us write the definition of Fourier series as we had seen on the first slide. Fourier series of a function is the three terms, remember, f of x equal to a naught by 2 plus summation a n cos nx plus summation b n sin nx. Now our aim is actually to find these values, that is the constant values a naught, a n and b n, because that is the main thing we need to find. Otherwise this is going to be the same for any problem. So what is the particular value of a naught, a n and b n for this particular function x squared? That is what we are going to see here. So these are the formulas for a naught, a n and b n, which we call them as Euler's formulae. So first write the formulae and keep it ready before starting the problem. Now let us find one by one. So first find the value of a naught. Okay, what is the formula for a naught? 1 by pi 0 to 2 pi f of x dx, which is equal to 1 by pi 0 to pi. The function f of x is x squared into dx. So I have just replaced that. Now let us integrate. Look at this. When we integrate x squared, what we get? Yeah, x cubed by 3, which is the basic integration rule. When we integrate x power n, we get x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. Now apply the limit. Upper limit minus lower limits. Already we have 1 by pi outside. When you apply x equal to 2 pi, we get 8 pi cube by 3 upper limit minus the lower limit is when we put x 0, 0. So this is the answer. So hence the final value of a naught is 8 pi squared by 3. Next we shall find the value of an. The formula is 1 by pi 0 to 2 pi f of x cos nx dx. Now again replace what is f of x? X squared. So we get like this. Now look at this term, how to integrate. There are two factors like x squared into cos nx. So do you remember when we had a glimpse on the basic integration formulae, we had Bernoulli's rule of integrating product of two terms u into v. So do you remember we learned how to integrate that? Keeping the first term into integrating the second minus differentiate the first, integrate the second plus differentiate the first, integrate the second. We should proceed like that. So let us use that rule here. But before going to using that rule, let us have a glimpse on these basic formulae. When we integrate cos nx, we get sin nx by n, and when we integrate sin nx, we get minus cos nx by n. Now let us start integrating that. 1 by pi, keep the first term, so x squared, I'm just keeping it, into integrate the second. So cos nx, when I integrate, I get sin nx by n minus differentiate the first. Now what is the first term here? X squared. When we differentiate, we get 2x into integrate the second, sin nx by n, that is the second term. When we integrate that, what we get? Yeah, minus cos nx by n squared. Now plus differentiate the first. Now look at the first term. In the latest step we have to take. So in the latest step, what is the first term? 2x. So when we differentiate that, we get 2 into integrate the second. What is the second term now? Minus cos nx by n squared. So that when we integrate, we get minus sin nx by, again n will come, so it will become n cube. Now that's all, because the next term will be, when we differentiate the first, here the first sitting is 2. So when we differentiate that, we will get 0. So 0 into anything is going to be 0. So after this, all the terms will become 0. So this is the end of the integration. And now we have to apply the limit from 0 to 2 pi. So before moving on to applying the limits, let us have a glimpse on the values of the sines and cosines for especially these values. Sine 2n pi, remember it is 0, cos 2n pi will be 1. Sine 0 will be 0, cos 0 will be 1. Now let us apply the limit. So therefore an will be 1 by pi. Okay, upper limit. In the place of x, when I substitute 2 pi, what I get? 4 pi square into 0. Why 0? Because in the place of x, when we substitute, sine 2n pi is going to be 0. Minus 4 pi. That is, in the place of x, when I substitute 2 pi, I get 4 pi into minus 1 by n squared. Because when we substitute x as 2 pi, we get cos 2n pi, which is going to be 1. Plus 2 into 0. Because sine 2n pi is going to be 0. So this is the upper limit. Minus, what is the lower limit? 0. Why the lower limit is 0? Because when we substitute x as 0, all the terms is going to get the value 0. So this is how we get the limits. Now just simplify this. 1 by pi into, we have that 4 pi by n squared alone. So the final answer of an is 4 by n squared. Now similarly, we shall calculate the value of bn. Students, if you can take a notebook and start working out along with me, it will be good. So what is the formula for bn? 1 by pi integral 0 to 2 pi x squared sin nx dx. And we'll start the integration. How do we have to integrate? Keep the first, that is x squared, into integrate the second, sin nx when we integrate minus cos nx by n, minus. Now differentiate the first. What is the first term? X squared. That when I differentiate, we get 2x into integrate the second. What is the second term? minus cos nx. That when we integrate, we get minus sin nx by n. Already n was sitting, so totally n squared in the denominator. Now again, plus differentiate the first. What is the first term now? 2x. So that when we differentiate, what we get? 2. Yeah. Into integrate the second. What is the second term now? Minus sin nx by n squared. See, actually you have to select the first term and the second term in the latest one, that is just in the previous section. So now the second term is minus sin nx by n squared. So that when we integrate, we get cos nx by n cube. Because sine, when we integrate, we get minus cosine. So already minus is there. So minus cos we will get. So we get cos nx divided by, again n will come. So that's why we have n cube in the denominator from 0 to 2 pi. Now let us apply the limit. 1 by pi. The upper limit is, you have to substitute wherever x comes, you have to substitute 2 pi. So it's going to be minus 4 pi squared into 1, because cos 2n pi, we just saw, it is going to be 1 by n minus 0. Why 0? Because sine 2n pi is going to be 0. So this term is going to be minus into minus, so plus 0 plus 2 into 1, because cos 2n pi is going to be 1 divided by n cube. So this is the upper limit. Minus, what is the lower limit? In the place of x, we have to substitute 0. So the first term will be 0, second term will be 0, but the last term, cos 0, will be 1. So 2 by n cube we get. Now just simplify all the terms. You have like this. Hence the final answer of Bn is minus 4 pi by n. Now let us take and write all the values, the Fourier constants what we got, a0, an and bn values. Let us go to the Fourier series. This is the Fourier series. So let us substitute the values of the Fourier constants a0, an and bn. So when you observe, just in the place of a0, we have substituted 8 pi squared by 3. Since by 2 is there, we get 4 pi squared by 3. And in the place of an, 4 by n squared. In the place of bn, we have minus 4 pi by n into sin nx. So this is the required Fourier series. Let us see the next problem. The growth of rabbit population in Toronto city was enormously increasing during a certain period due to a healthy diet they had followed, and it is given by this graph. After some years, wolves from a nearby forest started hunting them, and it is observed now the growth is getting affected, I think, so it is very much oscillating as given. Analyze and represent the change in population growth of rabbits. So when you observe this, already the growth of rabbit population was given in one particular pattern, that is before some incident happened. Due to a healthy diet, I think it was enormously increasing. So the first graph shows the growth of rabbit population in a certain pattern. But after some time, what happens, from the nearby forest, I think the rabbits are getting hunted by wolves. So the population is getting affected. So sometime it may decrease, or sometime it is getting increased. So that is why they have observed the rabbit population is becoming different. So it is given in the second graph here, due to the hunting happened. So there are two patterns here. The first one is before the rabbits got affected by the wolves, it was enormously increasing as this. Now look at this pattern of the growth of rabbit population. Can you identify the graphical representation of this? Yeah, it is equivalent to the exponential growth. If you observe, it is keep on increasing. There is no decrease anywhere. So it is exactly the same pattern of your exponential graph. It is e power x. Now after that hunting had happened because of the wolves, entry of wolves, what is the pattern they had observed and they had given? Yeah, this one. What is this? when you observe this cycle, is it not our famous Fourier series sines and cosine pattern? Yeah. So our work here is to represent the function e power x as sines and cosines. That is, we need to express the function e power x as a Fourier series, because Fourier series is the trigonometric series which has got sine and cosine terms. So first let us write the formula of Fourier series. We can take the same period 2 pi, because we can always make a scaling of the unit of number of years over the time period 0 to 2 pi. And what is the Fourier series formula? Yeah, f of x equal to a naught by 2 summation an cos n x plus summation bn sin n x. And start finding the values of a naught, an and bn, which are given by these Euler's formulae. First let us find the value of a naught. What is the formula for a naught? 1 by pi 0 to 2 pi f of x dx. And our function f of x is e power x. And we remember the integration of e power x. When we integrate e power x, we get e power x itself, because we had already seen e power ax when we integrate e power ax by a. And now apply the limit. In the place of x, we have to substitute 2 pi, that is the upper limit, e power 2 pi, minus in the place of x, we have to substitute 0. So this is the answer of a naught. Yeah, this is the formula we have to remember. Next, let us go to a. Yeah, this is the answer. Next, we shall find the value of an. This is the formula for an. 1 by pi integral 0 to 2 pi f of x. So what is f of x? E power x into cos nx dx. Now look at this term, e power x into cos nx. So which formula we have to use for this integration? Yeah, remember this integral e power ax cos bx dx is given by, this is the formula for that, e power ax by a squared plus b squared into a cos bx plus b sin bx. Is it not of the same pattern? Yeah, in the place of a we have 1 and in the place of b we have n here. So use this formula for this integration. We will get 1 by pi, the first term e power x divided by 1 plus n squared, because a is 1 and b is n, into 1 into cos nx plus b into, what is b? N into sin bx, sin nx. So this is the integration, and we have to apply the limit from 0 to 2 pi. So before applying the limit, let us have a glimpse on the basic values. Cos 2n pi is going to be 1, sin 2n pi 0, cos 0 will be 1, sin 0 will be 0. So we get an equal to 1 by pi into 1 plus n squared is actually a constant. So I have taken that out of the bracelets, into e power 2 pi, because we are substituting the upper limit now, x as 2 pi, e power 2 pi into cos 2n pi is going to be 1. So the first term is 1 plus second term sin 2n pi is going to be 0. So we have 1 plus 0. This is the upper limit. Minus, what is the lower limit? In the place of x, I have to substitute 0. So e power 0 into, yeah, when we substitute x as 1, inside what we have? Cos 0, 1. Sin 0, 0. So e power 0 into 1. Which is equal to, when we simplify this, e power 2 pi minus 1 divided by this, e power 2 pi minus 1 divided by pi. Same way, we shall find the value of bn. So this is the formula for bn. And in the place of f of x, we have to substitute e power x. And this is the formula of integration for integral e power ax sin bx dx. Here in the place of again a and b, we have 1 and n respectively. So when we use this formula, what is going to be bn? 1 by pi e power x divided by 1 plus n squared, because in the place of a we have to put 1 and in the place of b we have to put n, into a into sin bx, that is the first term. So 1 into sin nx minus b into cos bx, that is the second term in the formula. So minus n into cos nx. So just remember, we are replacing a equal to 1 and b equal to n. And we need to apply the limit 0 to 2 pi. Before applying the limit, this is the formula we have to remember. Cos 2n pi 1, sin 2n pi 0, cos 0 1, sin 0 0. Hence, what's going to be the value of Bn? 1 by pi, 1 plus n squared into the upper limit e power 2 pi. When we put x as 2 pi, we get e power 2 pi into sin 2n pi is going to be 0, the first term, minus second term, cos 2n pi is 1. So we get minus n. Minus, now put x as 0. So e power 0 is going to be 1 anyway. E power 0 into, when we put x as 0, what we get? Sin 0 0 minus cos 0 1, so minus n. So this, when we simplify, we get the value of Bn like this. So thus we have all the three Fourier constants we have got, a0, an and bn. Now we shall substitute that in the Fourier series. So we get f of x equal to a0 by 2. So the value of a0 divided by 2 plus summation an, the value of an into cos nx, plus summation bn, the value of bn into sin nx. So this is the representation of the sinusoidal curves, which represents the rabbit population after they have got hunted by the wolves. Next, look at this problem. Here, Fourier series for a function f of x is already given. They are they're asking to evaluate a particular value of a series, infinite series. So when such problem comes, we need not actually calculate Fourier series, it is already given, but instead we need to find the value of your given infinite series. So this is our Fourier series which is already given in the problem, and from this Fourier series we have to deduce the value of a infinite series. Now look at the infinite series given in the question. 1 by 1 into 3 minus 1 by 1 into 5 plus 1 by 5 into 7, etc. And here in Fourier series we have the terms on the numerator, cos 2x, cos 4x, cos 6x, everything with plus. But when you look at those series, we have plus 1, minus 1, plus 1, etc. So which comes to your mind, we need plus minus from cosine formula. So the basic formula which we have to use is, this. Remember, cos pi value, cos 2 pi value, cos 3 pi values only will give you minus 1, plus 1, minus 1 like this as an oscillating fashion. So our decision here is, we shall substitute x as pi by 2 because the cos 2x, 4x, 6x is sitting on the numerator. So when we do this, I think we will arrive at the similar pattern. So this is the idea which we are going to use. So just substitute in the place of x, substitute pi by 2. So f of pi by 2 equal to whatever you have on the right side, wherever x is there, we are putting pi by 2. And remember, this is a function f of x they have given. So here, what is going to be f of pi by 2? 0. How we get that? Because pi by 2 comes in the upper range, 0 to pi. So in that range, f of x is 0. So let us substitute in f of pi by 2 in the series. 0 minus 1 by pi plus 2 by pi into cos pi, cos 2 pi, cos 3 pi values and all you substitute respectively as minus 1, 1, minus 1, etc. And you get this series. Now from here, just make a small simplification. We have like this. And another taking LCM of the left side. So finally, the value of the series 1 by 1 into 3 minus 1 by 3 into 5 plus etc. is pi minus 2 by 4. So students, I hope you would have understood how to evaluate Fourier series for a given function in an interval 0 to 2 pi. So just try these problems. Hence, in today's class, we learned how to evaluate Fourier series especially in the interval 0, 2 pi. Of course, in the next class, we shall see how to evaluate the same Fourier series in a different interval minus pi, pi. Thank you.